Did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? That means most of us are more scared of speaking in front of others than facing a dangerous situation. Crazy, right? But here's the good news: you don't have to be born a great speaker to leave a lasting impression. In fact, one simple technique can make your speeches unforgettable, and I'm going to show you how. In this video, you'll learn how to captivate your audience without using fancy words or complicated tricks. We're not talking about just giving a speech, we're talking about transforming the way you speak, so people will remember you long after you're done. We'll dive into strategies backed by science, proven methods, and real-life examples from the world's best speakers. Get ready to discover secrets that could change the way you present yourself. By the end of this video, you'll have the power to turn every speech into an unforgettable experience. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Power of a Single Pause, Silence that Speaks Volumes. When it comes to speaking, silence is often your best friend. You might think that speaking non-stop keeps the audience engaged, but the truth is, a pause can have a powerful impact. Research shows that well-timed pauses increase the emotional weight of your message. According to communication expert Judith E. Glazer, pauses give the brain time to process what was just said, making your words more memorable. Think about the great speakers you've heard. Do you remember the dramatic pauses they used before delivering key points? That's no accident. Pauses create suspense, grab attention, and make your audience lean in for what's coming next. In fact, a study from the University of Chicago found that people remember information more when it's followed by a brief silence, compared to when it's spoken quickly without breaks. Don't be afraid to let the silence hang for a moment. A 3-second pause after a powerful statement allows your audience to absorb and reflect. As speech coach Patricia Fripp puts it, a pause gives the audience time to catch up with you. Think of it as a tool in your speaking toolbox, a way to make your message hit harder. Chapter 2: Unlocking the Emotion Code. Speak with feeling, not just words. A great speech isn't just a series of facts, it's an emotional journey. To truly move your audience, you need to speak with emotion. Research from Harvard University's Emotional Intelligence Laboratory shows that emotions are contagious. When you speak with passion, your audience feels it, too. They're more likely to remember your speech and connect with your message on a deeper level. Vocal tone is a big part of this. A study by the University of California found that the emotional tone of your voice affects how your message is received. If you speak in a flat tone, people are less likely to care about what you're saying. But when you vary your tone, showing excitement, concern, or enthusiasm, it makes your message come alive. Body language is another key factor in unlocking emotion. When you use your hands, face, and posture to express how you feel, it reinforces your message. A study from UCLA found that over 55% of communication is non-verbal, meaning your body language can say more than your words alone. In the words of Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Speak with feeling, and you'll leave a lasting impression. Chapter 3: From Monotone to Magic, The Secret of Vocal Variety. A monotone delivery is the fastest way to lose your audience. But don't worry, this is something you can easily fix. The secret lies in vocal variety. Your voice is the tool that carries your message. Studies show that speakers who vary their pitch, pace, and volume keep listeners engaged far more effectively than those who speak in a flat, unchanging tone. Think about the best storytellers in the world. They know how to play with their voice, raising it for excitement, lowering it for seriousness, and changing the pace to build suspense. A 2018 study from the University of Pennsylvania revealed that people were 37% more likely to remember a speech when vocal variety was used, compared to when the speaker used a monotone voice. The trick is to experiment with your voice. Speed things up when you're excited. Slow down when you want to emphasize an important point. And don't be afraid to raise your volume when you want to make a bold statement. The key is to keep your voice interesting, so it doesn't become a background noise to the message you're delivering. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated for more tips on becoming an unforgettable speaker. Chapter 4: Storytelling that Hooks. How to weave narratives into your message. Humans are wired for stories. In fact, research from the Stanford Graduate School of Business shows that people are 22 times more likely to remember a story than a fact alone. So why do so many speakers stick to facts and statistics? Adding a personal story or vivid narrative makes your speech more relatable and memorable. Great stories engage emotions, and emotions are what make people care. A well-told story can make complex ideas easier to understand and give your message real impact. Take Steve Jobs, for example. His speeches were often filled with personal anecdotes, creating a connection with the audience that went beyond product features. When telling a story, remember that it's not just about what happened, it's about why it matters. Stories work best when they illustrate a point or provide insight. A compelling narrative should take your audience on a journey, with ups and downs, leading them to an insightful conclusion that ties back to your message. As Simon Sinek once said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Use stories to reveal the why behind your message, and you'll capture the audience's heart. Chapter 5, The 3D Principle, Engaging Your Audience's Senses Beyond Words. It's not just what you say, it's how you make your audience feel. To make your speech unforgettable, you need to engage not just their minds but their senses. The 3D principle is about creating a multi-sensory experience that sticks in your audience's memory. Visual aids like slides and images are effective, but they're just the start. Movement is a powerful tool. A 2017 study from the University of Nebraska found that speakers who use purposeful gestures and walk around the stage are 30% more likely to be perceived as confident and engaging. Movement draws the audience's attention and adds energy to your message. Sound also plays a role. Changing the pace of your speech, using pauses, or incorporating sound effects can evoke strong emotions. A speaker who varies their delivery keeps the audience on their toes and ensures that they stay engaged. In fact, a study by the University of Cambridge found that speakers who used both vocal and physical variation increased retention by over 50%. By engaging all the senses, you create a full-bodied experience for your audience. It's the difference between just hearing a speech and feeling it. Chapter 6, The Unexpected Twist, Surprising Your Audience to Keep them hooked. One of the most powerful ways to make your speech unforgettable is by surprising your audience. People remember the unexpected. According to a study by the Journal of Applied Psychology, surprise creates a deeper emotional response, making the information more likely to stick. The key is to deliver something they weren't expecting. It could be a shocking statistic, a sudden change in tone, or an unexpected story. Think of how Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone. It was an unexpected twist that changed everything. He didn't just present a product, he presented a game changer. Surprises also keep your audience's attention. A predictable speech leads to boredom, but a sudden shift or twist makes people pay attention. Psychologists say that when our brains encounter something unexpected, they release dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation and memory. This means that when you surprise your audience, you increase their chances of remembering your message. A surprising moment doesn't need to be dramatic, it could be something as simple as turning a common idea on its head. As the famous magician, David Copperfield, says, the best way to surprise your audience is to make them think they know what's coming, then deliver something completely different. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a new video. Let's keep improving your speaking skills together.